Hey guys, Silvertorn here, and welcome back to Let's Play Castlevania Dawn... This is Dawn, right? Yeah, Dawn of Sorrow. So, this is the... I don't know how many times I've recorded this now. Let's just say the last recording session, I essentially recorded up to the end of the game, and then I lost it. Because there was no game audio. Oh boy. At any rate, here we are going into the top of the tower. Yeah, throne room. I'm not going to remember that pattern. And we're going to fight Dario because you are a jerk, Dario. And in the mirror there, that must be the fire demon he was fused with. Yes, Dario, we completely believe a punk like Soma can kick your ass. You're kind of not that impressive in the long run. But yes, not lose to a fool who could be dominated by the power he has no claim to. This isn't even his own power. It's something he's gotten from this demon. Yeah, survival of the fittest when you're nothing more than a parasite. But here we are with the fight against Dario. Now, fun fact to get back to the fight against Dario is you can attack him. You can kill him. I'm not really going to intend to do so, but his attacks are really no different than how it would be normally, just souped up. Our real goal, however, is this thing here, a Goonie. And this thing is... Hang on. I don't need to be wearing 3/7s. Where is Orlax's suit? I don't need to be wearing 3/7s for this. It has a decent bit of defense, several attacks. It can do that whole meteor attack, it can swipe at you, it can breathe fire. I don't remember anything else it can do. There's nothing else it really needs to be able to do. So between me and fully upgraded Harpy Lady, we should got this. We should have this pretty easily, I think. Oh, it can also swoop around like that. It's kind of a pain when it swoops around. At least Harpy Lady is very good at getting in some consistent damage on this thing. And Meteor... You are not that threatening to me. I say that as I get hit. Alright, there we go. What is this? Do. Yes! I am very glad that there is a good margin of error room on entering the seal because of just... You're using a touchscreen, you're using a finger to do that. And of course we hear the doors open, so that means the fight is over. And Dario has been defeated properly. So the parasite has been cut off from its host. It wasn't your power to begin with, Dario. Get over it. There's nothing I like about him, and he just runs off, and Celia walks in right next to him, doesn't even care. If only it's going to be this simple. Yeah, she really doesn't seem that concerned. More than one way to make a Dark Lord. This does not taste good. Doesn't smell good either. She does not know when to give up. On one hand, I admire her persistence. On the other hand, Soma, you have a giant freaking axe. Go cut her head off. This is totally going to be a trap. I mean, it's a trap, and you can see that a mile off. Anyway, with this done, we get access to a new room, which gives us a new seal. The final seal. We will use this seal for the rest of the game, and it is what will allow us to enter the room in the center of the castle. Specifically, that little blank area right in the middle of the garden. However, I have a bit of a goal I would like to accomplish this video before we go there. So I think I'm going to meet you guys there because this is a lot of castle we need to go back through. A lot of castle we need to go back through. See you guys in a moment. I like that tower in the background. That would be the condemned tower where we fought Gurgoth. And along the way, while I'm thinking about it, here in the room where the 2 final guards like to farm, there's this little machine here. Now, there are 2 ways to handle this. I'm just going to do this the easier way. I got Rakunda's soul, which would be the lightning bird. We power this up, and we get to see Mothman. Yep, that's how you'd fight Mothman. You'd have to keep re-entering the room every time you want to light it up to fight him to get his soul, so there's that. I'm not that worried about that, but this is where you would find Mothman. So, go Mothman. Another thing while I'm on the way, there's a hidden room here. And in this hidden room is a truffle. Nothing too special. Despite the fact they like to have things mirrored in this game, there's actually nothing on the other side of, like, underneath where the save room would be or anything, so we're just going to keep moving. Now then, where I want to go is in the waterfall room in the subterranean hell. Now that we can fly, we can actually explore up here and try not to get hit by Medusa heads, which is kind of a crapshoot in its own right. But in here, there's a few different things of note. I'm going to start off by just filling in the map, which involves us going back to the, I think this is the Alchemy Labs, maybe, possibly, I don't remember. But we'll be able to open up a new passage into the subterranean hell by going through here, because there were the doorways which you need to activate a switch from the other side to open up. Right here. I've been told that there are ways to glitch that and do it earlier than you're supposed to from the other side with a certain swords smash type attack, because you teleport, you do a few attacks, and then you come back. And if you position yourself right, you could like land on the switch and trigger it or something. I would have to look into that. I'm not sure. I could probably test that in a bonus type video. Alright, we actually do need the Puppet Master soul to go through this. And Puppet Master. And good enough. Back to Paranoia. Now then, over here, the reason I'm over here is because that right there. There is a breakable wall hidden in here. And hidden behind a waterfall. Oop, wrong button. Avoid Medusa heads. And hidden behind the waterfall is, if I can get in here, an armor known as Eversing, which is a pretty good armor, I think, but I'm not that interested in it, because what I'm going for is up ahead, actually. Get past all these dead pirates, and we will come across this room. Now this room, oof, wrong button, there we go. Now this room is mildly interesting in its own right. Now then, we could, in theory, I think if you're willing to soak damage, make it through to here. I prefer to have the Bat Soul. But once you get to here, you can't Bat Soul underwater. Alright, so let's throw on the Puppet Master and just do that. Puppet Master, we can't throw far enough. I'm also eternally grateful that they made it so that didn't teleport you, because that would be instant death otherwise. So then, how are we supposed to get through here? The skeletal ape souls... Wow, that was proper grammar. The skeleton ape, can I talk? Thank you. Ape Soul allows you to throw things with incredible power. In this case, the Puppet Master Soul. Now let's throw both of these off. Hopefully I can keep talking properly and continue flying. Now this will take us to a new area as well. Now this area, I believe, it's actually just a lower area of the Alchemy Labs, but in here you will find the only area where these enemies exist, the Homunculi. Homunculus. I said the plural. I wasn't wrong. I'm really just convincing myself at this point. I don't remember what their soul does. I hopefully will get it so I can find out. It's nothing too important. I mean, I've gone entire playthroughs without ever making it into this area because I never do. And I'm gonna need some money. This is probably gonna be where I come back to farm some money because there's a money gate up ahead and I know how much money I need. I'm gonna get the money now. So help me, I have all the money I need. And if I get one more coin, I'm going to stab something. Also, super potion there. I also got a ton of souls when I was off screen previously, before I started recording this episode. And one of which would be The Dead Mate Soul. Dog Soul, which is just an upgraded version of Cat Soul. I like Dog Soul. I want to get this room on map. Room on map, go. Good. Alright. Now, a fun fact, the reason I didn't farm for money in these rooms is they all drop 1 coin. This room is terrible. Alright. I'm also going to get so much merman in this room because I have dogs and dogs just kind of murder the merman. Alright, so... Homunculus. Summon a homunculus. Alright, so what does this soul do? Okay. I'm not that terribly impressed. And we want to carefully get through this room without getting a single more coin. Yeah, I'm not that impressed by the homunculus soul. But the reason why is you need 666 monies to get through this door. And behind the cursed door, there is Devil's Ring? Gold Ring. Oh. Fair enough. Gold Ring just makes it so the enemies will drop money more consistently. That would have been a bit more useful earlier. So if you're trying to save up to get money for, let's say, the Soul Eater Ring, I suppose it's not that bad. I have no real need for it. And dogs, deal with this, dogs. I got 2 Merman Souls from this. I have 6 other souls. If I wanted to farm it up to max, that would be the place to do it. Now then, this room. As you can see, it is full of invisible walls. And the ghosts will reveal them as they fly by them. There are so many ghosts. There are so many ghosts. It is really stupid. There will be so many ghosts on screen. You'll be hit by them. You'll be knocked out of your form. Oh my god, I hate this room. I'm getting out of that room. Also, another place to fight the Iron Golem. Did I show you how to kill the Iron Golem? I don't remember if I showed you how to kill the Iron Golem. If I didn't, I'll show you right now. Because what you want to do is, it's a specific soul setup really, but that's... actually, I'll do this on... I don't need you anymore. So back to Paranoia, back to PP9. Other soul setup. Alright, so the Imp Soul is very useful for this, along with the one you would want for sure would be the Dead Pirate Soul. Greater damage attacking enemy from behind. You would also want a fast attacking weapon. The base knife is excellent for this. Now you see the thing is, you can only do 1 damage to it normally. With the Dead Pirate Soul, you can do 2 damage to it. So Harpy Lady and this, we do 2 damage apiece. And the Imp Soul acts very much like the... Oh cool, I got another Red Soul. The Imp Soul acts very much like the Killer Mantle Soul in the previous game. So it would take MP as damage instead of health. It has like 50 health, I think, but less MP, so it's a lot faster killed that way. So when you're doing 2 damage per hit and doing a lot of attacks in that time, it works a lot better. Put the Golem back on. I kind of want to show off the Iron Golem Soul. This is what the Iron Golem does. Yep, that's what the Iron Golem Soul does. It's amusing in its own right. Okay then, but with that taken care of, we can enter this area. Which, if you notice, has music very similar to the first area of the game. Useful to note. Alright then, so we just want to climb up here. I'm going to get this on map because reasons. I like how that had the same music as this area down below it did, and yet it has no direct connecting point. Hello, giant great axe armor. Also, these heart eaters, you only really see them in this area and one other. Of course, they drop a lot of hearts, so if you're low on mana, that's pretty good for filling that back up. And in this area, we also find the UMA News 4. Not 4- anything, just 4. 4 is kind of amusing. With great regret, we announce this is our final issue. Now, on the one hand, I feel that's kind of like a wasted item, but on the other hand, it makes sense. So this way, you're not scouring the castle thinking, alright, so where's the 4th news? Is there a 4th monster? I don't know. This lets you know for sure that there are only the 3 hidden monsters. And at this point, we've seen 2 of them, the Flying Humanoid and Mothman. I'm going to show you the last one before we end this off, since we're kind of headed in his direction anyway. Alright, now where is the thing I'm looking for? Here it is. We'll be back to that. We'll be back to that in a moment. And a neck warmer. But our first goal is up here. We stand on this, and we destroy that. Jumping up here, and we are brought out. Come on. Selma, jump. Thank you. We are brought up to this area. You might remember this from pretty much the start of the game when we were first entering the castle. Yes. Got a few things I'd like to get on the map. First of all, there is a potion over here. I'm going to grab that since I can. And I'm going to go over to this room while we're in the area, because reasons. So much dog. Also, this is a breakable floor here, as the dog so wonderfully provided. Man, the dog soul is probably one of my newer favorite souls, just because of how I've liked the castle. It's a faster castle. And the reason I didn't come over here in the first place is because you need the mirror to even get this all on map. There's no reason to come over here without the Paranoia soul if you're going for map completion, because you have to come back here with the soul to do that. And with that taken care of, I'm going to drop back down because there was that breakable wall I broke. And now we get to go through this area and handle this for me, dogs. And we got an axe hammer soul. Alright. And more mermen. There's a lot of mermen down here. Between this and the proper alchemy labs, where the homunculus are. We come up here, we can destroy yet another fountain. And this will get us access to where the shops are. Cool. Now then, I got some things I want to do here. So to start off with, Hammer. I gotta buy some things. What do you gotta say, Hammer? What's wrong with Yoko now, Hammer? What's too frequent, Hammer? Hammer... You worry too much? No, Soma, you're completely in the right here. He's pretty far gone there. Alright, things I want to buy. I want to buy more potions. Let's buy up to 8. Buy up to 8. Got all this. I also want to buy where the maces. I have 1. I want to have 3 total. So I can show something off later. Is there anything else I really care about? Nope. Alright. Cool. See you around, Hammer. Also, fun fact. Fun fact. No, we didn't really forget anything, Hammer. I just wanted to sit on this box. At least with Hammer, you can tell that he's sitting right next to him because his leg goes in front of Hammer and yeah. I also did not realize you could sit on these boxes for the longest time. Which of course means that Hammer and Yoko's shops are more or less mirrored with different decor. Alright, Yoko, we got a lot of things to do. Sure, what did Arikato have to tell us? By equipping the talisman, we should be able to suppress the darkness in your soul. Foreshadowing much? Alright, well, that aside, we actually have a lot of synthesis to do. I decided that I was going to get the final tier of every weapon, so let's fuse everything up as far as I can go. A lot of the swords, you actually have many choices, which, like, you might be able to fuse one of 2 weapons, and then both of those will fuse back into a different one. So then, this time through, we really have a lot of options here. I will use... Oh, see how we have different choices here? We could make the Milliken Sword, Ice Brand, or Leviatine. I'm just going to make this sword because I don't think I need his soul at all anymore. I hope I'm right. And then Burt Gang. This is usually where I would stop with the swords because you need the Iron Golem soul. I miraculously have 2 of them. I'm not completely sure how that worked out. So I'm going to fuse that. And then to get the next level, Calibog, you would need the Archdemon soul. We have not come across one of those yet. Getting its soul is probably one of the worst things ever to do. Oh my god, I hate archdemons. Next up, we have the Great Swords, which we need Lilith's Soul to make Danzef. I'm butchering these pronunciations left, right, and center, but I've already done that, so what's anything new? Then we need, I'm not even going to try to make Aslan. I probably butchered that. And now Gurgoth's Soul will get us Balmung. And with Balmung done, we can make the final sword using the final guard soul. Oh man, the final sword. Now then, we can also make the final version of this, which you see, it doesn't tell us what it is. There's only a crown. That crown indicates that it's the final soul. For this, we need Alistair's soul. Alistair being the possessed sword thing. In the final tier greatsword is the Claw Solus. I like that sword. Now then, we can also make the final tier rapier, I think, maybe. So we need the S-Stock, we get the whip sword. We use Quetzalcoatl, we get the Gaurian sword. So much fusing. And then we need Malakota's soul to get the final tier. We won't see him yet. Now then, we need polearm, we still need Slagra's. We can't fight Slagra yet. For the axe, we can get the next tier of axe, which we need the final guard soul to make the golden axe. Total reference. And of course, we cannot finish this off because we need Death's Soul. Hammer. Now then, there's only 3 hammers, and I actually want one of every level. I'll show why later. So we're going to need to make 2 Morgensterns. So we're going to have a mace, a Morgenstern, and then the final tier, which actually goes down in damage, but it's kind of interesting because it becomes Malignir, which actually has a lightning element and can technically hit multiple times. Now, all of the Katana, since I have to go all the way from the base Katana. So we get Blunt Sword, Katana, Kotetsu, Masumune. We're going to go through a lot of fusing here. Now, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that thing's name. I was right, though. I would need its soul at some point, just not as early as I expected. Asufune, Kunitsuna. I don't think I'm that far off with that one. I probably am, though. And now we need Gaiban's soul to make the next level. So, unfortunately, that's where the Katana ends. Shouldn't I be able to do this? I need a... Raggle Fraggle. I apparently need one more weapon. I thought I had a fist weapon. Raggle Fraggle. Alright, Hammer, what guy? Arikedo? Oh, God. First Julius. Now Arikedo. Yes, he is supposed to be keeping Soma under watch. He trusts Yoko, but he doesn't trust the pretty boy Arikedo. You're really accurate there, Soma. Arikedo has not really liked anyone in a very long time. And he's blushing again. Yes, let's talk business, because I apparently was mistaken, and I need to buy something to punch you with, actually. You kind of need to be punched right now, Hammer. Alright, whatever. Take care of this. I know I'm going to have to come back here to do fusing one more time, but that's probably going to be right before the end of the game. Like, right before I kill the final boss. Yeah, Mina's probably worried to hell and back. Yes, you are, Soma. Don't try to deny it. You are totally her boyfriend. Everyone can see it, Soma. And last is the punch. Gotta punch people. Gotta punch people. Get the Cletus. Get a Whip Knuckle using Slaughter's Soul. Next, what? Hellbore, I think, is next. Hellbore is next. And this will give us the Mock Knuckle. And I believe the final soul is after this. Or final version. Which requires a werewolf. And this gives us the Kaiser Knuckle. I think it's Kaiser Knuckle. Oh, good. The game didn't prove me wrong. Now, that isn't that impressive in my opinion. So let's actually equip some of these, show them off. where is Claw Solus? Gonna leave Claw Solus on this. Here, let's equip Malignir. Malignir is interesting because it can actually hit twice. Lightning Element and all that stuff. Nothing really special about the smash attack, so yeah, we'll see a bit more Malignir later. Kaiser Knuckle. Kaiser Knuckle just lets you attack a lot. Like, if you're right next to an enemy, you can kill them a lot. This would be what you would want to use to kill a Iron Golem. What other than the Kaiser Knuckle did I get? Golden Axe. Malignir. Oh yeah, we couldn't get anything else up to the final tier yet. We also have the Golden Axe, which is crazy powerful, but I'm probably going to use the Claw Solus, because in this game, like the previous, it has a Holy Element. I really, really like the Holy Elements. However, the final thing I would like to do before we end this off actually involves coming over here, because over here there is kind of an important thing, and I'm going to just try to do as much as possible to not hit the floor, because that amuses me. But over here, if you look in the background, there's a figure. That would be the Abominable Snowman, or the Yeti, whichever it's called in this game. And I remember the message saying he looked hungry. And boy was he hungry. I can't believe I failed to kill him. You know what? I have the Claw Solus. I'm going to hit him with the Claw Solus. He sees the meat. He jumps. And we kill him with the Claw Solus. Nothing too special about the Yeti either. You need the Waiter Skeleton Soul to do this, so it's not that important overall. But that has been pretty much all I wanted to really show off this episode. So next time, we're going to keep going. As for now, I'm going to check up this room up here. I think next time we're going to see about getting a bunch of rooms on map and go from there. Maybe, possibly. I do not know yet. I'll see you guys all then. Later. Well, as soon as I show you what happens if you kill Dario. And that, my friends, was the neutral ending. Later.